And our company is a little different from the others that you've heard about. First, we're not located in Argentina. You might have guessed that. And second, we're a Smalltalk provider rather than a Smalltalk user. Although in the course of providing Smalltalk, we certainly use it also. So I introduced myself on the first day, and I'll do it again today. My name is John O'Keefe. I'm the Chief Technical Officer and Principal Smalltalk Architect for Instantiations. I started in the computer industry in 1967 with IBM and ended up working on IBM Visual Age Smalltalk, was the team leader there until IBM decided they weren't interested in Smalltalk anymore. Too bad for them. And licensed the product to Instantiations, and I left IBM and went to work for Instantiations because I like Smalltalk. This one? This one? This one? This one. Okay. So Instantiations has a long history with Smalltalk. The founders of Instantiations actually were the developers of the first commercial version of Smalltalk at Tektronix in 1984. Instantiations was first founded in 1988 as mostly a consulting company, but also a product company. It's gone through many different acquisitions and spin-offs. It was acquired by Digitalk in 1982, and Digitalk in the early 90s was actually a partner with IBM on some of the early work on IBM Smalltalk. In 93, the co-founders of Instantiations sort of spun out and founded ObjectShare Systems. And they were the creators of Window Builder Pro, which is, as you might guess, a window building system, and WidgetKits, some advanced graphics systems. ObjectShare was acquired by Park Place Digitalk, the predecessor to Syncom in the VisualWorks Smalltalk area in 1996. And in 1997, Instantiations spun out again. So this was the second incarnation of Instantiations. And they went back into the Smalltalk products and service business. Now, sort of as time went on, they also started doing some Java tools development, sort of mirroring some of the Smalltalk work that they were doing. And as time went on, the Java portion of the company grew larger than the Smalltalk portion. And as time further went on, up to about 2010, we were both a Smalltalk and a Java company. In 2010, the Java part of Instantiations was sold to Google, and the third incarnation of Instantiations was reincorporated as a pure Smalltalk company. Now, in parallel to this, IBM had been working on Smalltalk, and I was part of that team from 1990 until IBM transferred it to Instantiations. Visual Age Smalltalk began in 1993 as version 1, the first IBM commercial Smalltalk. And in 2005, we transferred it to Instantiations. In 2007, I went to work for Instantiations. So we've gone from Release 1 to Release 8.6.2, which will be available in a couple weeks. We're a distributed company. Our corporate headquarters is in Vancouver, Washington. Our corporate sales office in Portland, Oregon. Raleigh, North Carolina is our development headquarters, where most of the development staff is located. We have a smaller remote development lab in Arlington, Virginia, and we have another remote lab in Russia. with some developers there. As far as our customers go, our main industry areas are insurance, banking and finance, utilities, and everything else. So we go from companies, very large companies who have hundreds of licenses, developer licenses for VA Smalltalk, to very small companies, like, for example, a company in Germany which uses VA Smalltalk to develop a chimney sweep scheduling application that they sell to chimney sweep companies throughout Europe. I don't know if you have chimney sweeps down here, but they are the ones who are in charge of making sure your chimney from your fireplace doesn't catch on fire by scrubbing it out periodically. And in Europe, it's actually by statute that you have to have your chimneys swept. So it's apparently a lucrative business to schedule these chimney sweeps. Now, our customers are located really mostly all over the world. North America has the largest customers. Europe is second. We have some customers in Australia and New Zealand, in South America, as you've heard during the conference here, and in Africa, particularly in South Africa. So I've been asked several times kind of what it is that we do. You know, I come to these sessions and talk about the new features of VA Smalltalk, but I never really talk about what VA Smalltalk is or the comprehensive set of functionality that's available. So I just wanted to kind of put our data sheet up and refer to the fact that we have an extensive and highly functional development environment that we've built over the years. We have database support for Oracle and IBM DB2 and ODBC-based databases. We have communication support for TCP and for IBM APPC, perhaps something you've never heard of, but is very important in the mainframe world, which is, after all, where we came from. So we cover the whole range of capabilities on Windows, on Linux, on Solaris, on SPARC hardware, and on IBM AIX operating systems. It's a really rich set of functionality for building applications, really oriented toward enterprise-level customers, large customers, but obviously, as I said, a small one-person company can build an application that they're very successfully selling with it also. So I'm going to repeat something that I said at the first presentation I made, which is, how do you get VA Smalltalk? You can get an evaluation copy. It costs nothing. It lasts forever. You can buy developer licenses. You can be a committer on an open source project. Then you get a license which not only lasts forever but is good for upgrades also. Or you can be a professor at an educational institution and get academic licenses, which are also no charge. So if you're interested in VA Smalltalk and in the capabilities that it would bring to you, you can contact us by email through our general information email address, or sales to find out how much it costs. If you're a user, you can contact support, or you can contact me, and I'd be happy to discuss any requirements or issues or anything else that you want to talk about. I like to talk to customers and potential users and users. So that's my story. Any questions? Leandro.
Yeah. So, what do you think would be the differences between a company that supports a product like your product and a company like ours that supports a very specific product? The users are like real users. Your users are developers. Does that make it easier, harder to do?
So the question is, how does Instantiations as a software vendor compare to a company like Cesar Systems, which is a software Smalltalk user developing applications with Smalltalk? One of the things that's very important to our customers is stability. They value stability above new functionality. They are running multi-billion-dollar companies with this software. For example, VA Smalltalk is running an automobile manufacturing plant in Canada. It's $100,000 an hour if that production line stops for any reason. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with that $100,000, but they do. So, they are really, really oriented towards stability of the software, and we take extraordinary care to make sure that as we go from release to release, everything that worked in the previous release still works. And then we add function on top of that. I think people like Leandro's company who are building applications with Smalltalk, you're probably, I'm guessing here now, your concerns are perhaps about the stability of the user interface because you don't want to have your users look at the product and not understand how to use it anymore. So you have the same issues of stability, but just in a little different area. Other questions? Yes, sir. Our development team is smaller than some of the companies that you've heard about today, such as Mercap or Ten Pines even. We're around about a dozen. And it's only the power of Smalltalk that lets us leverage those people into providing product year after year. Other question? Yes. Yeah, Hernan.
What's the current status? Does Envy runs on Linux currently, or Windows?
So Hernan asks what the status of Envy is, and Envy is our code repository functionality.
The best one I know.
Yes. Well, we think so. So the nice thing about Envy is you never lose anything because it's write once, read forever. The Envy runs on Windows, on Linux, on AIX, and on Solaris Spark. And we have recently enhanced it so it can take full advantage of the full file system file sizes on the Linux platform, up to 16 gigabytes. Oh, absolutely. It is part of VA Smalltalk. It's not sold separately. Not separately. So we have 4 products in our product line. VA Smalltalk, which is the Smalltalk language, the Smalltalk IDE, and various frameworks that I've talked about. Window Builder Pro is still a separately priced add-on to allow you to graphically construct windows. WidgetKit Business Graphics is a graphical presentation add-on, and WindowKit Professional provides functionality such as spreadsheets in Smalltalk. Other questions? Okay, thank you very much.